I have a bone to pick with you. You just tweeted out that I'm fired from 100 Thieves. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No more esports. We're going Minecraft. That's it.
Abadage's,
He's out. He's out.
Yeah.
Dude, we do need a Minecraft division, don't we?
I don't know why you don't.
Yeah.
If you tell us to get a Minecraft team, we will.
Get a Minecraft team.
Okay. All right.
Done.
Lock it in. Like,
Tweet us
more dollars.
right now. If you're watching right now, we need a Minecraft.
I have a smaller app.
Recently, I was scrolling on Twitter and I found this tweet from Rizzo, a pro Rocket League player. His tweet said, "Why do orgs not sign Minecraft PvPers?" It got me thinking, and the more I thought, it's truly insane to me that in the 11 years this game has been out, it's never gotten more competitive. Minecraft is such a diverse game that the potential for competition is insane. Speedrunning, PvP tournaments, parkour courses, building and redstone competitions, and even more insane, the possibility of an MCC style game, which is a culmination of many skills from different parts of the game, kinda like a decathlon in the Olympics. All in all, the possibilities are endless, and today I'm going to be talking about how Minecraft could take their game even further with an amazing future in esports in which YouTubers/streamers would be able to go pro with their skills. Before we start, please make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed. I got a bunch of subs for my 2 last videos and that's pretty cool, but I'm greedy and my ego needs to be a bit bigger, so if you could sub, that'd be awesome. Now let's begin this video. Firstly, let's look at each skill in Minecraft. I'll leave timestamps for each one. Let's start with speedrunning, then go to PvP, then parkour, and then the so-called Minecraft decathlons I talked about earlier. To begin, we have speedrunning. Minecraft speedrunning has blown up recently with players like Dream and Illumina introducing speedrunning to a much wider audience. Speedrunning has literal infinite possibilities because of all the different types of speedruns. There are meme speedruns like STK where you create the cast of Sonic as sheep, and Stack of Lime Wool where you get a stack of lime wool. Those are the meme speedruns, but there are also 3 different versions of the game with their own respective random seed and set seed glitchless categories. For esports, these 6 types would most likely be used over the more meme categories, although meme tournaments would be pretty hilarious as well. I'm just imagining like a football commentator screaming over footage of a guy dyeing sheep different colors. Tournaments with top runners are already being done all the time and are extremely entertaining, but even just normal speedruns without any teams or crazy brackets are also incredibly entertaining as well. Still, the concepts of Minecraft speedrunning esports are there, but who would the top runners be? Well, it's actually really easy to figure out. There's literally a leaderboard. A lot of these players are incredibly good at the game, and the skill ceiling for Minecraft speedrunning is incredibly high. Like literally new strats are developed almost every single day, and there's always some new optimization found to make the game easier and quicker. Just like speedrunning, the PvP scene is already very competitive, but not nearly to the level of speedrunning. Most quote-unquote competitive PvP related things in Minecraft are either riddled with cheaters or extremely toxic and unwelcoming to new players. This is obviously a bad idea for an esport since it's supposed to be open to thousands of viewers and people that are hoping to join one day. But the ideas for many games are certainly there. For example, Ranked Bed Wars, where 2 teams of 4 players face across from each other in a normal game of Bed Wars, except they literally stack to the height limit and they do all these cool strats, and it's actually really interesting and entertaining to watch. Other examples include games like Ranked Skywars and Hypixel UHC, which both are unfortunately overrun by cheaters. Just a normal duel would be great as well, although depending on the kit it could get pretty boring. Because of this, no debuff is most likely the best option if we're looking at competitive duels with high level play. PvP isn't just entertaining in 1.8 though. 1.9 plus PvP is great as well, and honestly could be better in some ways. A server called Mine Club that I've been playing on a ton recently has a ton of competitive games. They even hosted a tournament for $1,500, and this might be the closest I've ever seen to a truly competitive esport involving PvP in Minecraft. For parkour, I certainly don't know as much as I do in the past 2 categories, but I've done the parkour in the Bed Wars lobby a few times, so I'm pretty sure I'm like a pro now. Jokes aside though, using parkour courses as a speedrun type thing would be amazing. A perfect example of this that I've seen recently is Space Station Gaming's parkour course speedrun.
We've spent the past few months building something that hopefully will bring Minecraft and esports just a little bit closer.
They hosted this amazing tournament where over a certain amount of days, you could run this custom map live on your Twitch to try and set a record. There's a lot you can do with parkour as well, such as MCC, which had the infamous Parkour Warrior map. Other great examples are these really cool courses done by YouTubers such as ITMG and Choof, who created these elaborate parkour gauntlets based off Fruitberry's initial course. Now that we've talked about the different categories, who would the actual esports players be? I'm sure if Minecraft actually became an esport, every player in the actual esport would be random leaderboard sweats from Hypixel or other servers and not YouTubers, since the content creators are obviously focused on, you know, like creating content instead of grinding the game all day. I really don't want to make a video on some random 15-year-old named X Sweaty Strafer that has literally never seen a woman before. I'd much rather talk about the YouTubers you all know and love. No hate to the pros, they're all really talented, but for the sake of this video, I'm only talking about YouTubers and streamers I know of. Anyway, let's look at my list of top creators and which games they'd specialize in. First off, we have Technoblade. You know, obviously, we're talking about sweaty Minecraft players. You obviously know we need to put Technoblade first. Who else would go here? Literally no one. I'm not sure if I would put him in for PvP though, since he's basically stopped PvPing and focused on the Dream SMP as well as making more content, which is honestly smart. I would chase the bag as well if you're literally getting this many views per month. Next up, Dream. I'd put him down for 1.16 shield PvP. Still, I'm not sure how interesting 1.16 shield PvP actually would be to watch, so I'll just write him down for Parkour instead, since he's pretty good at that. Third, we're gonna have Fruitberries. I would certainly put him down for the Decathlon, as he is good at almost everything in the game. And then to be more specific, I would put him down for movement or parkour with blocks. In my opinion, he's actually one of the best players right now. His movement alone with blocks is genuinely unmatched. I don't know if anyone can be as good as him at so many things. He's also better than average at both redstone and building from his years of trapping. He's basically nuts at everything. To go even further though, he placed top 2 in the past 4 MCCs he's played in. Fourth, we're going to be talking about Calvin. He's all around amazing at the game, but really specifically all forms of 1.8 PvP. Maybe he could do some sort of 1.8 PvP triathlon type thing, which would include pot, build PvP, and like one more thing like sumo or something. This man's actually a god. I've faced him in Gapple before on Windmill Club and I was sweating hardcore. I only got him down to 2 gaps on the first round and then 1 Gapple after re-queuing against him a second time. He jokes about being the best 1.8 Minecraft PvPer, but I genuinely think he is, at least if we're talking out of YouTubers. 99% of players can only handle rod or no rod, yet he's dominant in both departments.
Oh, that half a heart battle. Like the
been.
other day, I heard you were training with Calvin, and I'm like, what?
I fought Fruit and I fought Calvin.
Those were supposed to be my guys. No, like before the duel, I was legit thinking like, there's no way Dream is gonna find a better player to train than Calvin and Fruitberries. All right, so I got this. And then he just trains with them anyways.
Next, we're going to be talking about Stimpy, or Marcel, as I'm going to refer to him as. I'm sure top leaderboard players that are known for being gods now, like Modifier and Judah, would make more sense to put on this list. But then again, I've watched Marcel for years, and I'm extremely biased. I'm literally just admitting it. I'm super biased. I love this guy. If you don't know him very well, to put it into perspective, Techno himself was even scared of him when he was supposed to join in Minecraft Monday 14 as XQC's teammate. XQC's teammate Moxie at the time actually overslept, and he literally picked the best player he could think of, which happened to be Stimpy, so...
Oh wait, XQC got Stimpy as his teammate. I'm pretty sure. Are you serious?
Alright, what we need to do is we need to get together and 4v1 Stimpy, and we might stand a chance.
The event ended up getting hacked in the end, which is hilarious since Techno literally got saved by the bell. The hackers saved his life. Next up, we're going to be including the Bed Wars pros. This is like a group of 4. It's Luvenox, Wolf, Bombies, and Dogcat What. These 4 are basically the gods of Bed Wars, and not only all got top 4 in the recent 4v4v4 Bed Wars tournament, but also have been top 10 players in ranked Bed Wars multiple times each. All 4 are insane at their specific part of the game, and since Bed Wars is currently the most popular PvP related game on the biggest server in the world, I thought I would include it as well. Also, Wolf is one of the best ranked Scours players as well. Luvenox is also notorious for destroying hackers in solo Bed Wars. These are genuinely some of the most entertaining videos on YouTube. I'd highly recommend watching them. For number 7, we're going to be looking at Illumina. Now, I'm moving a bit away from PvP stuff and focusing more on different types of competitions. Guys, this is going to be really controversial, by the way, so please don't kill me. This is just my opinion. Alright, so here we go. Honestly, in my opinion, I think Illumina is the best Minecraft player of all time, and there's literally no question in my mind. Here's why I think this. He was ranked number 1 in the very first ranked Scours season. Again, if you're trying to compare it to some people that you might know, Technoblade placed 5th in the 3rd season. This means Illumina is basically a better 1.8 PvPer than Technoblade, at least in his peak. He also has basically held every single world record known to man, whether in parkour speedruns or in normal RSG and SG speedruns. He was the first man to ever get a sub 14 in 1.16 RSG, and also got it without F3, which literally every single other player uses except for like 1 or 2. F3 just straight up tells you where the fortress is, where the bastion is, and can even help narrow down where the stronghold is. Looking more towards today, he even competed in MCC 12 and 13 and got 5th in his second event. On Reddit, some players even did the calculations and found out he would have been first first place overall in his second event ever if it weren't for Hole in the Wall. Hole in the Wall is essentially impossible if you haven't done it before, by the way, so we're just saying he's first, okay, man?
How did this crackhead get 65 fucking minutes? I'm not gonna sit here for an hour, like let alone playing Hole in the Wall for an hour. Playing Hole in the Wall for an hour and 5 minutes straight without dying? Like what the fuck is wrong with him?
This dude is insane. Illumina is really good, and literally no other person has gotten #1 in a bunch of PvP games and also been one of the best speedrunners for so long. He's just nuts, and I don't think many other players have that track record dating so far back. Again, I'm open to debate, so please kindly leave your opinions in the comments as well. I'd like to hear who you think is the actual best Minecraft player. I'm talking overall though, not like one specific game. Who's good at like everything basically. Next, I'm going to be looking at 4 more speedrunners. The Sizzler, Feinberg, C-School, and K4. Just the inventory management, movement, and game knowledge of these speedrunners make them absolute gods at the game. Sizzler is basically as OG as you can get since he used to run the game 5+ years ago when he was practically the only other North American runner. He has since set 2 different world records in 1.16, getting the first ever sub 20 and then an insane 11:07 run, proving how good he is even after so many years of playing the game. Feinberg is also on this list just because of how insane his crafting and movement are, as well as how fast he plays and thinks. This man is one of the best 1.16 runners. He's absolutely insane, and he picked up a bunch of other versions that weren't 1.16 and still was able to get top 15 times in both. I haven't even mentioned how good of a coach he is either. He coached Super live for a few hours and got him his first sub 20, and then he coached Tfue as well, and he got a sub 15 just a few days after. Going even further, the next runner, C-School, literally invented the dream portal, as many of you call it. Yes, this man literally invented the strategy that almost every single one of you use to get to the nether. At the very least, you've probably seen it. He even helped invent tower strats for pre 1.9 as well, which have been used to farm ender pearls in almost every single top level run. He later invented the Chaos Tower, which is one of the coolest builds I think I've ever seen, which helped him claim the world record for pre 1.9 2 different times. The last speedrunner I'll talk about is K4, which is one of the smartest players I've ever seen. He's helped in the development and research of microlensing, or E-ray, which almost every single runner today uses to locate where a bastion is, even through walls. And he's also helped in developing divine travel, which again I'm not really sure actually who invented it. I think it was Matthew Bolin, but at the very least I think he helped develop, so someone fact check for me, I'm not really sure. I mentioned divine travel earlier actually, and it basically just tells you where the stronghold is using stuff such as nether fossils that are in the 0/0 chunk. Trust me when I say speedrunning has so much potential as an esport and that there's an absurd amount of talent in the speedrunning community. Next up we have Poland, who I would put for decathlon and minigames. He's won Minecraft Ultimate 3 times in a row, and he's generally known as a pretty good player in most games. I don't know very much about him, but I've heard good things from him, so I'll put him on the list. Next up we have Fire Breathman, who I'd put for the same thing, decathlon and the minigames. He trained Techno for the duel and for MCC and got his start from Minecraft Monday. I was watching that event live from Techno's POV, so I've seen this man from the very beginning of his career. He's really good at almost everything and is one of my favorite players, honestly. Next up we have Green. Did I say Green? Is that a mistake? Okay, I'm kidding. I think. I'm not actually sure. Building competitions could actually be a thing if we're talking about esports, and Green seems pretty good at building, at least that's what he's known for. I don't really know how entertaining building esports would be, or if it's even possible at all. Like, would it literally just be them logging on a Hypixel and playing build battle for an hour? Like, okay, for real though, please don't bully me. I just needed more slots on this list to fill time, so just shut up, man. Build esports will be a thing. Now that we've seen the players, let's talk about the organizations that would hire them. Basically any of them, honestly. Why haven't esport orgs signed Minecraft players yet? Like, can you imagine Cloud9 Dream or FaZe Technoblade logos while they stream Minecraft? That would actually be so funny. Also, they'd make so much money from advertising as well. Like, Minecraft YouTube is popping off harder than any game, and it seems stupid to not try and sign a Minecraft player, even if it's not competitive at all and they're just a content creator representing their org, such as Kratzy for Space Station Gaming or Hannah XX Rose for XSET. Literally, imagine how much money and how many sponsors they'd get by just slapping their logo in the bottom of a Tommy Innit stream. As cool as it would be to travel to some big city and enter a stadium filled with thousands ready and excited to watch, I don't think Mojang wants their game to become an esport, as it was just meant to be a fun survival game to play with friends. Still, reading that Twitter thread gave me some hope, as there were countless other people that had the exact same takes and ideas as me. Literally, one dude just tweeted this, and I immediately was like, yo, that's my thumbnail. Still, in that thread, there were a lot of people doubting if the game would ever work competitively, but I wholeheartedly think that if there's enough talent in this community and enough people dedicated to making it happen, there are ways we could make it work. There are lots of other events and servers that are also thriving, such as ones I mentioned earlier like MCC and MCU, or the various speedrun tournaments happening constantly. These are all all amazing examples of the community coming together to make a cool or entertaining event. The key word there being the community. Mojang doesn't want to do it themselves, so it's up to us to make it happen. I think at the pace these events are growing, especially MCC, we're on the right track to finally getting Minecraft to go fully and truly competitive one day. Thank you all for watching this video, by the way. Again, make sure to sub to the channel and like, and please follow me on Twitter at yellowbed. I really want attention to fuel my ego more. Yo, also thanks for 1K subs. I literally made that techno video at around 300 subs and it's literally gone up so much. As of writing this, it's at 1.25K, but at the pace I make my videos, it'll probably be at like 17 million or something. I'm kidding, obviously. These videos take lots of time to make, and I'd love to hear your feedback, and maybe even some cool ideas since I'm too lazy to use my brain. I am Brain AFK after all. Anyway, gamers, I'll see you guys next time.